Season's greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Right in the Spotlight. Right in the Spotlight is a podcast where I will be discussing social issues and trending topics. But for this episode, it is going to be a highlight of some things that happened this year, 2022. It was such a hard thing for me to put together this episode because I thought that it was going to be too negative. And then I was like, you know what? If this is what Jamaicans give me to work with, then I have to work with it. So today I'll be talking about the good and the bad. And unfortunately, it is mostly bad things. It goes to show that as Jamaicans, we need to do better as citizens because the crime rate is high, corruption is high, and it's a big disappointment. But before I go into the details of 2022, I think maybe by the time I put this video up or upload this audio to Spotify, World Cup might be done. Big up to my team, Brazil, all the way, win, lose, draw, Brazil. I'm not a big football fan, but I've always just liked to watch World Cup specifically. And Brazil has always been my team. I just love how they play. So, Brazil all the way. It's also Christmas time and almost the new year. How is your holiday going? Unfortunately, I feel like I'm the Grinch who is stealing the Christmas for me because I did not celebrate Christmas last year and I am actually not in the mood again to celebrate. So I don't know. I think I am hating Christmas nowadays. I'm like, ugh, the Christmas is here again. It's nothing exciting like what it used to be. And if you want to know why, the clues are in my previous videos. Alright, it's time. Let's begin. I have so many things to go through. We are going to start off with Gabriel King's case. So on January 13 of 2022, a mother was traveling along Tucker Main Road in St. James when it was reported that she was dragged from her car, leaving Gabriel in the back. So it is said that Gabriel is an autistic child. They drove the car away with him and he was later found that same day deceased. It was such a sad case, and right now it has been reported that the mother is not cooperating with the police and even filed an injunction to prevent access to her phone. She did not get through with that, thank God, and now the police is still trying to get her phone. So the police believes it will help in the investigation. She's not giving up her phone, so many people actually think it's suspicious behavior. I'm not gonna say what I believe, but everybody wants justice for Gabriel King, and I really do hope that he gets justice very, very soon. Rest in peace, Gabriel King. We're going to move on with the next topic. A baby was actually forgotten in her father's car earlier this year. A policeman assigned to the Black River station was harshly criticized after his baby was found unresponsive in his car after a full and busy day at work. He was supposed to take her to the daycare actually, but was said to forget because it was not a part of his usual routine. He was later charged but was offered bail. This caused a lot of uproar on social media. I saw some people accusing the father of murder. Some people were actually empathetic towards him. I'm not gonna say exactly how I feel about this case, but let me know what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you empathize with the father? Let me know in the comment section of my YouTube channel. Alright? We're going to move on to something positive, that is Jamaica's wonderful performance in this year World Championships game. Big up to the entire Jamaican team who participated. I'm very proud of you guys. We left the championships with 10 medals in third place, 2 golds, 7 silver, and a bronze. And my favorite, the most exciting event that happened for me was the women's 100-meter relay, not relay, the women's 100-meter race, where we got 1, 2, 3. Big up to the ladies. We're extremely proud of you guys, and I cannot big up the ladies and not mention our Sunshine girls. Big up, guys. Big up, big up. And you know what I love to see? I love to see their dance routine when they finished a match. It was very nice. Big up to you guys. Big up, big up, big up. I can't stop saying it because I'm extremely proud. I am a big fan of athletics, and I also like netball as well, so I was very proud. Later this year, there has been a ban of inappropriate music from the airwaves. So on radio, on TV, you cannot hear some of those songs anymore. So the Broadcasting Commission had put a ban on inappropriate music, as I said before, and this refers to any recorded material that promotes or glorifies illegal activity. And these illegal activities include scamming, illegal use of drugs, guns, or any other form of illegal activities. Right? So I remember when I was in high school, there was actually a ban on sexual content. Now it's more of, illegal activities, because there has been like a rise in the number of songs referring to scamming, and we all know that definitely will make Jamaica look bad, because scamming is not a good thing, right? So there has been a ban of these songs. This includes samples and edited versions. So it no matter if you bleep out the scamming part, it doesn't matter if you bleep out the part about a gun, it will not be accepted on radio or TV. There has been a huge debate on social media as to whether or not this will affect the artists, because people are saying that fans mostly listen to music on social media or on different streaming platforms like YouTube. But remember that people, like the kids that are coming from school, they have to take taxi, they have to take buses. So if the bus man normally play the radio, then they won't hear that unless they're listening to their music on their phones or so on. So I do think it's a good step. It's a good look for the Broadcasting Commission. In my opinion, there were too many songs about scamming. At the end of the day, we have to admit that it is not a good thing. Once that illegal activity is not a good thing, so we cannot always have kids being exposed to that. So as parents know, this is where you come in, where you have to take away some of the devices or monitor what your kids are listening to. So it's you as the parents now need to step in. Broadcasting Commission, they have to do their part, and this is their part. And I am not opposing to this. And I'm not saying that I have a huge problem with these songs. I mean, to each their own. But we have to protect our kids, and the government, Jamaican associations, they have to do what they can do on their end to limit certain things. So this is it, and I'm in agreement with it. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna keep the topic on music. So there were so many music trends in 2022, and of course the trends that I see are going to be the ones that come up on my social media. So you might not hear everything that you heard or think was trendy. I might not have been exposed to that, all right? Because or all our social media are different. So there were moments like there was a demand for ensure on the rise. People start to catch hot and all them things there. And I was just so obsessed with Ding Dong's music video for Bounce. I just love the videography. I admired that they did the music video in one shot, and the choreography was just so creatively organized. I was just always watching Bounce, Bounce. It's just amazing. I love the video. I love the song. I can't really dance though, so you won't see me doing Bounce, or maybe there's a video somewhere out there with me attempting the dance, and I won't say where it is, but yes, it is out there. It was leaked, probably by me. Yeah, but big up to Ding Dong, always giving us some really good dances to keep us happy in these treacherous times in Jamaica. I cannot talk about music trends and not mention Shenzia Lick. Shenzia Lick, was it a hit or was it a miss? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. But whether or not Shenzia's Lick was a hit, it was definitely hit with a $10 million lawsuit for sampling Put Your Back in It. Put Your Back in It. The Put Your Back in It line, which was very famous on TikTok last year. No, it wasn't last year. It was like in 2019. It was very popular on TikTok. 2019 or 2020. It was very popular on TikTok. So she decided to sample that song. It is a line from the song Work by Denise Belfon. I think that's how it is pronounced. And according to them, she did not have proper licensing for the song. And before the lawsuit, actually, Shenzia had come out on social media and said that the song was cleared. So I was very shocked when I heard that she was hit with a lawsuit. And I do believe she has to pay that amount of money for it. And it's unfortunate, but when we are sampling people's song, we have to ensure that we get proper clearing, because I don't think you can just go to an artist and DM them and say that, oh hey, can I use your song, and they say yes and it is cleared. No. That's not how it goes. Remember, there are so many people who are involved in making a song. So you have the writer permission, the rhythm permission, the artist permission, producer, so you have to get proper licensing, right? And I'm not saying that that's how Shensia and her record label went about it. I'm not saying that they went on social media and DM'd anybody, just putting that out there. I'm just saying that, to my listeners, if you plan on sampling somebody's song in the future or whenever, you have to get proper written permission to use it, because you can be sued. You can't. Copyright infringement is a huge thing. Yeah, so that's what I feel. I did not like the song, by the way. I think it was not a good song. I did not like the lyrics. I thought it was like kind of distasteful. My opinion, it was a bit distasteful to use back the same song that was trending just the other day. That's why I did not like it. Plus, it was kind of too raw for my taste. Don't check by new upcoming artists. Well, we're all getting more familiar with Valiant now. So this song has become very popular. First time I heard it was on TikTok. As I scrolled, I'm hearing about Don't Check in my account. Me don't know subject back at the class. Me don't know something like that. Me don't really know it because I don't listen to it that often. But many people have been criticizing the song because it seems to be glorifying being uneducated. However, I must say the song is very catchy, and I have to admit I like hearing the song. I can't lie. I think it is well written and very catchy. And once before you know it, I'm singing it. The part, hold on, client, haha. Oh God! So it all boils down to parents. Once you have a steady mind, your kid have a steady mind. It doesn't matter what the song says. Your child is gonna go to school and be educated. Alright, I think the song is just it is just for entertainment, and I think it's just funny. So it's like when somebody calls you dunce, no matter how bright you be, sometimes people call you dunce, and you can just hit them back with this song. Big up to Valiant, you're doing an awesome job. You're good writing. Awesome, awesome. What do you think about this song? Do you like it? Do you think it's catchy, or do you think it is negative? What do you think? A mother, along with her 4 kids, were attacked and killed in a community called Cocoa Peace in Clarendon. Afterwards, their cousin, Roshane Barnett, was charged for the brutal and inhumane attack. So many people were hurt by this, including myself. When I watched the funeral, I was devastated because I was like, what could make somebody do such a disheartening act? And it's not even to a stranger. So it was very upsetting. It was very upsetting for a lot of us as Jamaicans. Autopsy revealed that they suffered from an accumulated amount of stab wounds, of 95 stab wounds. The attacks happened after a few disputes between Kamisha and her cousin Roshane, and Roshane was just 23 years old at the time of the attack. He later confessed to the act and was sentenced to just 62 years before parole. 62 years for 5 individuals. Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? I think Jamaica's justice system needs to be reviewed because we can't have someone going to prison just for 62 years. Just 62 years for 5 people. That's horrendous. That's crazy. I think he should have never gotten less than 100 years. Even though no matter how long he stays in, it cannot take away the hurt of the family. My heart goes out to the family of Kamisha Wright, and I really do hope and pray that their souls rest in peace. Let me take this time to mention some Jamaicans that we lost this year. Some well-known Jamaicans, I must add. We had Merciless, which is I would say a veteran artist who passed away. Autopsy though revealed that his cause of death is undecided, so it was inconclusive. So we really don't know what caused Merciless' death. Leonie Forbes, who was an actress and broadcaster. Francois St. Just, he was also a big man in the entertainment industry, in TV and radio as well, radio broadcaster. We recently heard about Idonia's son, who it is rumored that he was suffering from cancer from 2019. My heart goes out to all these people who contributed to our society, to our culture, and my heart goes out to their family. as well. This brings me to talk about the two social media well known ladies that we actually lost this year, and unfortunately, they were victims of murder. I am referring to Slickiana and Donnalee Donaldson. I also, forgot to add Lexi the best on the list. She was actually killed in a motor vehicle accident that could have been avoided. So rest in peace, Lexi the best. But I'm gonna be talking about Donnalee and Slickiana's case in detail. Now let's talk about Denali Donaldson. For the persons who do not know Denali Donaldson, she was actually a vixen on 876 Roommates. I used to watch it the first few episodes, so I actually saw her, and when I saw her picture, her missing person picture, I was like, wow, that girl looks familiar. And I realized where I knew her from after people from social media started to talk about her. So Donna Lee, along with Lexi the Best, was on A76 Roommates. Donna Lee went missing after she left her mother's home to stay the night with her boyfriend. Now, her boyfriend actually called her mother saying that, she left to come home and he does not know where she is. So her mother reported her missing. Now, people on social media were very outraged because everyone was suspecting the boyfriend, and the police force did not seem interested to go and do a search at the apartment. And rumors were just going around saying that he had another woman who previously even threatened Donnelly, and everybody was just angry. Pressure was placed on the police by the public, and they even did some protesting, and they ended up going to the police officer's home to search. Since there have been reports of a bloody couch that was removed from the boyfriend's apartment, and he has since been charged with her death and prevention of a lawful burial. And her body is still not yet found. So police is using evidence found in investigation and scientific evidence to decide that, or to come to a conclusion that Donali is no longer with us, and the Noel is just not telling us or telling them or reporting where the body is. And it's a very sad case, and the mother is just going through a lot of pain, and I really do wish her a lot of comfort through this time. How do you feel about this Donnalee Donaldson case? What details did I leave out? You can leave it in the comment section below. After a second social media personality was found dead in St. James in the sea, floating, many people start to wonder what is happening. Why is it that so many popular social media personalities are being killed? So this is Anika Townsend, called Stickiana. I actually did not know anything about Stickiana before her tragedy. I did not know her, but when you go on her social media, you can know that she was one of those social media influencers and big figures. One of those good looking, cute girl who takes a lot of pictures, posts on social media. Yes, one of those kind of girls. Her body was found in St. James on October 21st. So 33-year-old Rashawn Patterson has since been charged with her murder, which autopsy proved that it was done by strangulation. It's one thing to kill somebody, yes. It's another thing to take their life by strangulation. That's a personal manner of death. A security guard was also charged with failing to inform the authorities because apparently he had an idea about what happened to Slickiana. Now, I am going to speak about certain things that happened during Sikiana's um after her death, and how people were behaving on social media. We had people coming out to say that only when people are quote unquote well known, people talk about it. But we have to remember that when somebody is well known, they have a bigger following. They have a bigger following, so you're gonna have more people talking about them. If I have 200 subscribers or 200 followers, less people will talk about my you'd hear about me less than somebody like her, because she had thousands and thousands of subscribers. And for the persons who are, arguing whether or not she's an influencer, she might not have influenced you, but there are so many people following her that of course she has an influence on them. Then they have the right to call her an influencer. If you don't want to call her an influencer, then nobody needs to know that. All right, don't take it personal. The more well known you are, the more followers you have, the more spoken about your death is going to be, unfortunately. If you have lost somebody though, ensure that you would go all out for them, if you think that their death is not getting enough attention. Moving on from the talk of Mr. Death, we're going to talk about the professional clown that were taking the people's dems, kids and grandmother and mother out of a taxi.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Come out of this. You want to live for you, want the man, so want the man.
These people were trying to go home. I don't know if they were trying to go home or school or what, but he was seen ordering them to get out of a taxi. Yes, I can understand the taxi men were protesting, but if I'm a taxi man and I don't feel like protesting, why should another taxi man force me to protest? People have to get where they have to go. I mean, it's not a matter of fact, the reason why they are protesting is not the passenger's fault, right? So he was bashed on social media. What angered many people is that he was caught on Zip FM doing an interview, and this man showed a lack of regret for his actions.
Do you feel you need to apologize to them or anything?
No, I don't really need to apologize to them.
And what is even worse is that he was seen being given a gift. This gift was a bat. So how can you give somebody who was using something similar to order people out of a taxi? How can you give them a weapon as a gift? How can you give somebody like that, who is not remorseful for what they did, a bat as a gift? And as other social media persons were saying, they're saying that they should have at least given him something that he can become, that can make him become a better person, like a book. And I have to think, I'm like, what could be going through the mind of that employee or the other employees who thought it was okay to give this man a bat? And then they're going to say that he should use it wisely. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what happened to the employee. I don't know if she was suspended, but I hope they learn. I hope she learns from this experience. I don't know. I don't know which spell was happening in Jamaica in 2022 or for the past couple of years, but something needs to be done about the number of murders, killings that are happening in our country. And we have to be, not even in our schools, students cannot feel safe enough. And this brings me to the death of two students. We have Kamal Hall, who was stabbed, and it is alleged that is over a guard ring. And we're hearing now in recent days that the student who did the attack got 4 years and 10 months for his sentencing. 4 years and 10 months? to kill somebody, to take away somebody's life. I do not think that even though, yes, even though he's a juvenile, I won't say he should get life in prison. They said that he actually confessed. But even if he confesses, that is the sentencing is ridiculous. I want to talk about another stabbing incident that was caught on camera and was so traumatizing. And that's Michiana Campbell, who was stabbed at Kingston Technical High School. So at about 2:30 p.m. on September 29, it was reported that 11 grade student from Kingston Technical, Michiana Campbell, was stabbed by another student. Now, these are two females, and it has not been confirmed what caused the attack. But I can just imagine what a parent would feel if they heard that they sent their child to school where they're supposed to be safe, and the child does not return home alive. These two cases were very painful for me. And as I always say, when somebody dies, my heart goes out to the family. We have to try as parents to instill greatness in our kids and tell them what is right or wrong. Let them have more morals, man. Parents need to do better. The last topic I'm going to touch on is Spice. I feel like Spice is always in the spotlight. And she's right in my spotlight in this review. So it was reported that Spice actually went to DR, Dominican Republic, to do a cosmetic surgery, and that she had some complications. People in Spice's camp were keeping very quiet about the situation. They were saying that she did not she did not puncture, she didn't have a heart attack. And I before I even go there, as I mentioned heart attack, I actually saw the video with Miss Marian Hall praying for Spice. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if that's how you're going to pray for me, do not pray for me. Because she was even saying, I don't, in the prayer, she was like, I don't know why her mother named her Grace. And she was mentioning the feud they had in the prayer. I was like, oh my gosh. Don't do it. Next time, if you want to pray for her, stay in your little corner and pray for her and don't come on social media. Especially if you and somebody don't have a good relationship. But yeah, they were saying that Spice had some complications because she went to DR to do cosmetic surgery. But they were saying that no, she didn't have a heart attack, because at first that's what we were hearing, that it was a heart attack. A matter of fact, Marianne Hall was the one that I heard it from, that Spice had a heart attack. But after multiple days of silence, Spice took to her social media to let her fans know that she suffered from a ruptured hernia. Yeah, I think she said a ruptured hernia. But what do you guys believe happened? Do you think she just had a ruptured hernia like that? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys read? Did you guys read in between the lines like I did? Or should I not read in between the lines?
So, wait, hold on. You came on my page to comment that you don't like me? Girl, me not like you before your mother and your father meet each other. Me not like you before the sperm and the egg unite in the fallopian tube. Long before you become a zygote. Me not like you way before the zygote travel down the fallopian tube, and long before you even become a marula. Me not like you before you even reach the uterus.
A matter of fact, let me just put it out there. I admire Grace Hamilton. I have nothing against Spice. I'm not putting her down or anything, but I just don't believe if she had a ruptured hernia, she would be in DR getting medical attention. I actually believed some of the rumors. I do believe that she got some amount of cosmetic surgery and there were complications. But it's her life. She has to decide what she wants to put out there. It's her medical problem is not necessarily our business. I'm happy that she pulled through and is recovering from her hernia. Her hernia. All right, so that's it for this episode of Right in the Spotlight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and click on the like button. Also, subscribe if you are new. Leave a comment. Let me know what are the topics that I missed, especially the positives in Jamaica, because it was so hard for me to find something positive as we end 2022 and move on to 2023. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, a happy, successful, fulfilled New Year. Remember to always live in your moment. And I am Ray, and you were right in my spotlight. See you again soon, guys. Bye. Subscribe. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Ensure that you subscribe and check out my other videos.